Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. Welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we are going to look at your energy and what is going on with your energy, more specifically. So I want to look at what is the main driving force for you right now, what is your current weak spot that you may not be aware of, and lastly, what you have mastered. All of that we're going to find out with the energy oracle cards over here, and then we are going to go into the Light Seers Tarot, and we're going to see why the thing that is driving you forward is driving you forward at this time. Also how you are able to improve your weak spot, and lastly what you will be able to do now that you have mastered this thing that you have mastered. So that's the gist of today's reading. And just a quick note, if you are new on my channel or if you are new to tarot readings in general, then I recommend checking out the description box before you get into this reading. Just go through the little paragraph that I have written and you will be able to see what to bear in mind as you are watching this reading. Okay? But that's pretty much it. So let's just get straight to it. So starting with the energy oracle cards, let's see what is driving you forward. What is driving Scorpio at this time? What is the main driving force for Scorpio at this time? Oh, anxiety. Aw, Scorpio. Oh, okay. Are you worried about your security or prosperity? Worried about your finances, maybe? That seems to be a fairly big theme that's coming through as well for a lot of the signs. Okay, let's see what is your weak spot. I want to get all the cards out and then we'll get into them one by one. Oh, action. Okay, yeah, well that makes a lot of sense. Oh, and patience. Oh my goodness. And do you see the sequence 18, 17, 16? It's all going in a row. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you are being consumed with fear, with worry, with anxiety, then clearly it is very clearly impeding you taking steps forward and actually moving somewhere. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, but let's see what you have mastered and then we'll get into them more specifically. What has Scorpio mastered? Oh, that was very quick. Attachment. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, and caring connections, number 14. That is beautiful. Okay. Okay, so wow. Okay, yeah, this is actually a really great card. I get the energy now. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So we have anxiety, and as I said, I feel this is like a very Nine of Swords kind of energy if you are familiar with the tarot cards, but if you're not, it's fine as well, because I'm gonna explain it to you in a second anyway. But basically what this card is representing is that you are worried about something that may not actually even happen, or it's almost like you are fearful, you are like up at night, your mind is going like at 100 miles in all different directions, and most likely it's going down like a negative spiral, or something is causing you to have a lot of stress, to have a lot of worry. I feel like your mind may be playing tricks on you. So yeah, that's just something to be mindful of, like of your own thoughts and the spirals that your mind gets you into. That's something to be mindful of. But we're going to get more information with the tarot. But looking at the weak spot of yours, which is represented by this action card over here with these two beautiful horses. So I feel like you are, as I said, I feel like it's almost like you are in this like analysis paralysis state with this anxiety, that there's some kind of, that there might be your own thoughts that are kind of just like overpowering you completely, and it might be stopping you from taking the necessary action or to kind of move out of this more troublesome energy. And again, with this anxiety, I feel like it's important to remember that it might be, and actually more often than not, this anxiety, this like Nine of Swords kind of energy is based on the things that you have built up in your own mind, but they might not actually be real. They might not be actually happening around you. It's just something that you are worried about, or that you're afraid is going to happen, or that you have convinced yourself that is happening when it might not actually be happening, if that makes sense. I hope I'm saying it in a fairly straightforward manner. And I also just wanted to point out, because we have the caring connections as the underlying energy, and for me that is the whole reading's underlying energy. So this could have to do with a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, because caring connections can also be between friends, between siblings, between family members or co-workers or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but I do feel more of a romantic tinge, if I'm completely honest. But again, take it as it resonates. So if this is a platonic relationship for you, then take it as such. But yeah, it's almost like I feel that this worry is about a relationship or about a specific person in your life, a very, very special person in your life. And there might be some worries about your relationship or your connection. And I also just wanted to point out that if you see like the background or the sky is on this card, on this card on this card, it feels it's very similar, right? It's very similar. I mean, it's cloudy, yes, but you see some sunlight coming through. It's still like it's illuminated and it's bright. But on this card, so this kind of tells me that everything is actually okay and it's not really like nothing is falling apart and nothing is really as dramatic as you maybe see it, because on this card, if you're able to see it through the window, there are very, very dark clouds, and there's like this thunderbolt or this thunderstorm that is going around. So again, it might not actually reflect the true reality of the situation. It might just be worries and anxieties in your own head. So that's something to be mindful of again. But if we're looking at this attachment card, I'm actually loving that this is here as something that you have mastered, because this tells me that you have let go of a more attached way of being. So it could be, so again, take it as it resonates, but it could be that before, maybe if you were worried about something, or you got a very, very like nasty scenario in your head, or you were convinced of something negative in your relationship or your connection, you maybe acted out straight away, or you maybe like confronted them about it, or you maybe created a bit of a like a dramatic situation or a scene, right? I feel like now it's almost like you've kind of become a lot more aware of your own reactions, and maybe even you are aware of the fact that you get into this state of being like worried and maybe being very concerned with things that might not be true. I feel like you are aware of your own like mental tendencies to get down into a spiral and to like just kind of get sucked into like a more negative vortex. But it's almost like you are mastering, or well, you have mastered not being a victim to them anymore, or not being completely helpless against them. I feel like you have released that aspect of you, so you are now able to control your own thoughts a bit more. But at the same time, I also feel that this attachment is actually talking about attachment when it comes to relationships. So maybe previously you were drawn more towards like codependent relationships, and now it's like you are more self-confident, you are more in your own power, and maybe you are even more like drawn towards people who are more wholesome themselves. So you are aiming towards more like healthy and balanced relationships, which is really, really great. I really like this attachment card in this position that you have mastered. I really do. But let's look at these two, because I want to see why this is the driving force for you. So why is anxiety the driving force for Scorpio? Why is this their main driving? Okay. The Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Gemini energy. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it kind of tells me that there is some form of like negative thought patterns that are coming from like past experiences that might still be plaguing you. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, with this Ten of Pentacles again, it's kind of a confirmation for me that this has to do with a very significant connection or relationship in your life. It could be family, because the Ten of Pentacles is very often a family card as well, or like a community card. But it could be your spouse, it could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, or just like your romantic partner. But let's see, one more card for this anxiety card. One more for anxiety, please. Oh. Okay, so I guess we are taking both of them. Oh, interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is more Gemini energy, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is Capricorn energy. Oh, and the Seven of Swords at the bottom, more... no, actually, sorry, this is Aquarian energy. Okay, so yeah, with all of these swords coming out over here, this is a very, very, very clear confirmation for me that this has to do with your own mind and your own headspace. Okay, with the Seven of Swords, right? With this Seven of Swords card, this is very clearly some form of like not seeing clearly, something kind of happening behind the scenes. But it's kind of, it's almost like, I feel like you are kind of sabotaging yourself with this, right? There's like underlying energy that is happening. I feel like it's based from, or I should say it's based on past experiences that have maybe scarred you in some way, and it's still lingering somewhat. And it's causing you to be in this like, in this more worrisome energy. Because yeah, especially with this Ten of Swords in reverse, I get a very strong sense of past coming through, and I feel like it was a very painful past, because the Ten of Swords is all about endings, it's completion, but it wasn't an easy journey. Let's just say it like that. It wasn't an easy journey. But with this Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like even though you are not there anymore, this is something that's in the past. You have freed yourself, you have liberated from yourself or yourself from it. It's almost like your kind of self-worth or your security or your sense of confidence is still somewhat tied to that past experience, and that's kind of what's causing this like self-sabotaging energy. That's why these like anxiety-driven thoughts are still here, and I feel like even though you have like mastered this attachment, even though you are maybe a lot more like independent now and a lot more like you are not attracting these codependent relationships anymore, and you are maybe a bit more aware of your own thoughts, I feel like they still have a bit of a power over you, where you, as I said, it's like you're very easily sucked back into a more of a negative mindset that is based on like past pain, based on past hurts, where maybe your previous partners didn't know how to appreciate you, or maybe you didn't actually appreciate yourself very much in these past relationships. There's some form of not being appreciated and not knowing your self-worth and standing up for your self-worth. That's what's coming through very heavily with these cards. So maybe this relationship or maybe these thoughts kind of are forcing you to go in a place where you are starting to doubt your own value again. They are kind of opening up these wounds from the past, and that's what's kind of making you go into this very, very worrisome energy. But let's look at this action card. I want to see how you can overcome this weak spot of yours. How can Scorpio improve their weak spot? We have one. Okay, so the Hanged Man in reverse, which is Piscean energy. Interesting. Oh, and the Nine of Swords is here as well. Okay, so we officially have all of the more dramatic swords cards come out. Okay, one more though, please. Okay. Oh, Two of Cups in reverse. Interesting. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we have all reversals so far. which is somewhat notable. Okay, so we have Cancerian and we have Piscean energy, so a lot of water coming through your sister signs. Okay, so what I feel with this Hanged Man in reverse, with the Two of Cups in reverse, I feel that basically the experiences that you have gone through in the past, I feel like you have learned a lot from them, and you are a lot wiser now. I feel like you have a much more clear vision of yourself and maybe your own patterns as well. So you have this newfound knowledge, right? So what I'm feeling with this is that you kind of just need to trust that you are able to do what is right for you in like difficult situations, or it's like you know how to behave. It's like you know what the right thing is for you. And I feel like should you ever come across a relationship where your needs are, or where your needs are not fulfilled, or where there's some form of lack, or something is like missing, or it's not the connection for you, I feel like you will know it straight away and you will recognize it straight away. So with this action card and being afraid of actually like acting in the connection, or like not being passive, if that's the right word to use, I feel like the main way to like improve that analysis paralysis state is to trust in yourself, is to trust that you know, is to trust that you have the knowledge and the skill needed to deal with the situation appropriately. Right, we have the Five of Wands in reverse, so I don't see like any confusion. I don't see a lot of like battling going on in your head. I don't see any of that. I feel a lot of like calmness and peace coming through these cards. So it's just a matter of trusting in yourself. That's what I'm getting with these. Okay, and let's look at this attachment card as well, and then we'll close out this reading. Oh my goodness, another reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Oh, and the Nine of Wands as well. Okay, Three of Wands is Aries energy. One more, please. What is a Scorpio able to do now that they have mastered this attachment? Oh my goodness. Okay, these two cards have been coming out as well. I think someone else had them like twice or something. But anyway, so we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, so now you officially have all reversals. Okay. Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy and Two of Wands is more Aries energy. Okay, and the Six of Wands in reverse at the bottom, which is Leo energy. Okay, so now with this Four of Pentacles in reverse, this is literally releasing attachment in the tarot, basically. That's what this is. So as I said, I feel like you have mastered being overly attached to a certain kind of reaction maybe. But with this Three of Wands in reverse and this Two of Wands in reverse, what I get with these is that you are not attracting to yourself anymore the things that you don't want. So it's actually fairly it's kind of similar to the message that I was getting before, that you are kind of done with like codependent relationships. And yeah, it's like, because the Three of Wands is all about waiting for your manifestations to come to you or to materialize, and the Two of Wands is all about basically visualizing what it is that you want. And when both of these cards come out together and in reverse, it tells me that the things that you do not want for yourself, right? You are not waiting for them to come to you anymore. You're not attracting them to you anymore. And I do feel a lot of like release and a lot of letting go. And with the Six of Wands in reverse especially, you're releasing any like unsuccessful or basically like relationship dynamics that don't work. I feel like that's what you have let go of, and it is so incredibly powerful. So I feel that you are just able to call towards you a lot more healthy relationships. And I'm not just talking about like romantic connections, but relationships in general, with your friends, with your co-workers, with your neighbors, with your family members, all of the relationships that you have in your life. I feel like you have a much more healthier dynamic with these relationships now. The only thing that I feel like you should pay attention to, or that the main key to take away from this reading, is to be mindful of your own thoughts and the little like negative spirals that your mind drags you into, that may be based on past experiences that are not valid anymore. Because again, what happened in the past, that was in the past, and those lessons you have acquired now, and you have gone through them, and you just need to trust yourself that you will know what to do and what the best action to take is. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I'm so sorry if I was rambling and like repeating myself a lot or not making too much sense, because I just, as I said, I am struggling so hard with words today. So oh yeah, it wasn't an easy feat, but hopefully you got the message and it gave you something useful to work with. So if that's the case, then please let me know in the comment section. And also, if you would give me a thumbs up, that would mean so much to me as well. And lastly, if you did enjoy my energy and the kind of readings that I do, and I promise I am not always like this. I do struggle with words sometimes, but it's not like a constant thing. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, if you did enjoy my energy, then please don't forget to subscribe as well, so that you wouldn't miss out on my future readings. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and hopefully I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.